Wait, please. Oh, there you are. Wait. Austin. Rachel, come on up. Rush's birthday, come on up. Trinity. Oh, Mrs. Hutchinson, are you here? She left? Yeah. Oh, come on. Mitchell. Come on up. Scott. Amelia, come on up. Danny. Is that it? Natasha's birthday? Come on up, Natasha. All right, wow, we've got a lot of birthdays. We're going to start with Rush, and then all the way down to Natasha. Caroline's birthday? Okay. Well, we'll do, when I count to 3, we'll say, happy birthday, Caroline, and then we'll sing, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday.
And guess what? My perfect vacation spot exists. It's called Nauru, and I'm going to tell you all about it today. So, to help you get a better idea of this dream island, I'm going to talk about 3 main points: physical features, population, and social issues. But like all dreams, when you wake up, there are things about it that aren't as great as they seem in your dream. Let's start with the physical features of Nauru. Nauru, or officially known as the Republic of Nauru, is the smallest independent nation on Earth. It is located in the Pacific Ocean, halfway between Australia and Hawaii. It is shaped like a potato. Nauru is 8 miles around the coastline, and it takes about 12 minutes to drive across the entire island. That's about the same distance from UCDS to the Evergreen Lake House. The nearest neighbor is 400 miles away. The Yaren district is believed to be the capital, but Nauru has no official capital. Some major cities in Nauru are Arjigen, Yaren, Badi, Anabar, Iwo, and Ijwa. As you can see, Nauru is very hard to pronounce, and so are the cities' names. The highest point is between 200 and 225 feet. Nauru is quite small and doesn't have diverse geography because of it. But in my opinion, a country made up of white beaches and palm trees is pretty cool. Compared to that, who needs diverse geography? This is a map of Nauru that shows where it is located in the island group called Oceania. Now let's talk about the population and culture. Unlike ECDS, the schools in Nauru are all public and don't cost anything. But their schools don't have enough money, and the system almost collapsed in 2005. Some schools have no running water and the toilets don't work. Even though it's allowed to attend high school until you are 16 years old, many teenagers stop going to high school. The illiteracy rate is very high. If they happen to graduate from Nauruan high school, the students usually go to Australia for college. In 2000, the population was estimated at 11,845 people. That equals 1,462 people per square mile in Nauru. This compares to the 51 people per square mile in Colorado. So that's why, for a small island, it feels pretty crowded. About half the population is native to the island, while the rest of the population are immigrants from nearby islands. Most of the people living there are between the ages of 15 and 67. Not many of them live to be in their 70s, 80s, or 90s, but I'll talk about one reason later. The official languages of Nauru are English and Nauruan. Nauruan is more traditional and native for the people living in Nauru. The English is more common language and is easier to use. Religion-wise, everyone is either Protestant or Catholic. The native religion believed in one god, who is a female and who is surrounded by spirits called Butani. This god was named Ijabong. The sky and earth were supposedly created by a spider for Ijabong. This tropical paradise has gone by many other names, for example, Pleasant Island. The island map isn't so pleasant though because it is still trying to recover, especially its population, from World War II, where it was in the middle of fighting with Japan. Remember, Japan is close by. This is the flag of Nauru. The blue represents the Pacific Ocean that surrounds Nauru, as well as the blue sky. The bold yellow line represents the equator, and the white star represents the 12 tribes of Nauru. This is a picture of Nauru showing its small size and wonderful weather. Hence, the name Pleasant Island shows in this picture. The climate and weather in Nauru is quite tropical. It is usually warm, and it has 2 different seasons instead of 4 like we do here in Colorado. The rainy season is from December to February. The dry season is from the end of February to mid-end of November. A typical good day in Nauru is usually hot, humid, and a little bit cooler in the mountain areas. Now to my final, and to me, the most interesting point, the social issues in Nauru. One current event is that some people from Iran, Afghanistan, and other countries are living in detention camps on Nauru run by Australia. These people are called asylum seekers because they were turned away when they tried to enter Australia, where they were seeking asylum or a safe place to live. This is putting pressure on Nauru and causing protests and riots. For example, the Nauruan government is trying to send kids in the refugee camps to regular schools, while the Australian government is deciding if it should let these people in. Another big social issue is how obese and unhealthy the people living in Nauru have become. 95% of the people are overweight and 85% of men are obese, which is a medical definition where their body fat causes them to have medical problems. As a result, Nauru has the highest rate of type 2 diabetes on Earth. This disease can cause people to become blind and lose their arms and legs. One major cause of this is importing Western-style food and changing the native diet. Even though Nauru is small, it is one major item of trade. That is phosphate. Phosphate is a mineral that is used as fertilizer for growing plants. The economy is almost completely dependent on phosphate production. This has led to great environmental damage on the tiny island. This is a picture of a phosphate mine in Nauru. There are many more like it across the country. The people in this picture are natives to Nauru, and they are obese. I think Nauru is my dream vacation spot, but it's not as perfect of a paradise as this looks. It is small with white sandy beaches and warm tropical weather in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The nearest civilization is 400 miles away. But the people are unhealthy and eat junk food. The schools need help. There are people living in refugee camps that are unhappy and putting a strain on the country, and the land is ruined from phosphate mining. So after doing this report, I have decided that the only way to find out if Nauru is a dream vacation spot is to see it myself. Thank you. I will accept donations for my trip now.
Great job.
Now,
One more question.
yeah, I would like to go.
Lauren, is there much tourism there? Or is there like the hotel? Okay, great. Good job, Lauren. All right.
Did you know that Bhutan boasts the world's highest unclimbed mountain, Gangar Kwentsung? The 24,836-foot peak has never been summited by a single human. Many have tried, but have either gotten lost or turned down by the Bhutanese government. Hi, I'm Ryan Porter, and I'm here to talk to you today about Bhutan. Bhutan is located in the region of South Asia, landlocked between India and China. Bhutan is situated right in the heart of the Himalayan mountain range, and little area in this country is not located in this highest mountain range in the world. The three tallest mountains in Bhutan are all over 24,000 feet tall. In comparison, the largest mountain in Colorado, Mount Elbert, is only 14,439 feet tall. The capital of Bhutan is Thimphu, which is located right in the center of the country. Other large cities in Bhutan include Punakha, Chiron, and Sirong. The overall population in 2013 in Bhutan was around 754,000 people. In comparison, the overall population of the Denver metropolitan area is 2,697,476 people. Bhutan has the 165th largest population of any country. Thimphu is the largest city in Bhutan, with around 99,000 people, around the size of Albany, the capital of New York. If you wanted to take a flight to Bhutan, you would probably fly from DIA, and you could take a direct flight, which would take 16 hours and 4 minutes. You would most likely fly into Paro Airport, which is in the city of Paro, slightly outside of Thimphu. Bhutan has a reasonably warm climate, an average of around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. But on top of Bhutan's very tall mountains, the average is around 13 degrees. These extreme colds, however, do not bother the indigenous people of Bhutan, the Drukpa, who have resided in Bhutan for over 1,000 years and make up almost all of Bhutan's population. There are three main ethnic groups in Bhutan. The Ngala people reside in the northern and western parts of Bhutan. The Sarkats take the eastern portion of the country, while the Lhotshampa live in the southern part of Bhutan. The official language of Bhutan is Dzongkha. This is the ancient language that has been used for centuries in Bhutan. However, there are over 19 languages spoken in Bhutan, and many people know English, as it is the primary language spoken in schools. A Bhutanese diet mainly consists of meat and dairy. Edamame, a chili pepper and cheese stew, is widely considered the national dish. Many also enjoy chang, the local beer. Bhutan is the only country in the world to practice Mahayana Buddhism. There are many monasteries in Bhutan, including the most famous, Paro Taksang, or the Tiger's Nest, which is in the back of this slide. Trade is very important in Bhutan. Many of Bhutan's imports and exports come from India. India makes up about 75% of trade in Bhutan. Other partners in trade include Hong Kong, Bangladesh, and Singapore. Main exports in Bhutan are metals like iron and copper, and Bhutan imports many things like oils and fuels. Bhutan has a high dependency on trade to support their economy. Bhutan is classified as a developing country, which means it's very poor and depends on trade to support itself. Education is voluntary in Bhutan. This is because many people in Bhutan live in rural areas and cannot make it to a school. In larger cities, however, kids are taught for 7 years in a primary school, primarily in English. Less kids can attend a secondary school, which follows a basic curriculum. There is only one college in Bhutan, which is the University of Bhutan, which was made in 2003. This is a large problem for Bhutan, as the literacy rate is only 63%. Another large problem for Bhutan is the Nepal earthquake that happened recently. Nepal is geographically close to Bhutan, so when Nepal had the earthquake, Bhutan felt the shock. Bhutan has donated over $1 million in aid efforts to help the Nepalese victims of this earthquake. Although no deaths or accidents have been recorded, Bhutan felt the shock just the same. Whoops. Technical difficulties. However, despite these terrible accidents, Bhutan is still extremely beautiful. Tourism in Bhutan mainly focuses on the giant mountains, which many people love to climb. There is also much tourism around many monasteries in Bhutan. Now that I have told you about the amazing culture, region, and tourism of Bhutan, I hope that as I do, you want to go to Bhutan too. Thank you.
All right, 1 or 2 questions for Ryan.
Thanks, sir. Yeah.
One more question.
Yeah. that would be very important to see.
All right, good. Great job, Ryan. Well done.
Liechtenstein is the sixth smallest country in the world. It's only 15 miles from top to bottom, but it's packed with fun things to do. Hi, I'm Austin Jones, and today I'll be telling you about the country of Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein is a tiny alpine country located in the European Alps. It borders Switzerland and Austria, and it is the only country that is entirely inside the Alps. Liechtenstein's capital is Vaduz, and some other major cities include Traisenberg and Balzers. The largest city in Liechtenstein is Schaan, with a population of about 5,800 people. The total population of Liechtenstein, within its cities and everywhere else, is about 36,000 people. These people speak German and enjoy a climate much like Colorado's. Winters are usually around 30 degrees or lower, and summers are usually around 70 degrees. Most of the people in Liechtenstein are Roman Catholic. Recently, citizens of the U.S. have been moving their money to private Swiss bank accounts in order to avoid paying taxes. The U.S. government has been cracking down on this and forcing Americans to close their Swiss bank accounts. As an alternative, many Americans have chosen to move their money into Switzerland, into Liechtenstein's private banks instead, where the U.S. has not yet made it illegal to have an account. Liechtenstein is ruled by three people: the Prince, Hans Adam II, the Prime Minister, Klaus Schuster, and the Regent named Allah. Liechtenstein does not produce many exports. However, one of Liechtenstein's main exports is, strangely, false teeth. In fact, Liechtenstein is the world's top producer of both false teeth and sausage casings. Other than its false teeth industry, Liechtenstein has a great education system too. Students in Liechtenstein have the option to attend kindergarten from ages 5 to 7, and then are required to attend primary school until they're 12. After that, they go on to secondary school to prepare for a college or university. Although there are no colleges in Liechtenstein, students often continue their education in Switzerland, Austria, and Germany. Liechtenstein has one of Europe's best education systems. If you want to travel to Liechtenstein, unfortunately, it is too small for an airport. The best way to visit is to fly to Zurich, Switzerland, and then drive to Liechtenstein. Once you get there, there are many things to do. You can go hiking or skiing in the mountains, or you could visit a castle. There used to be 5 castles in Liechtenstein, however, only 2 are still standing. These castles are called Schloss Vaduz, which is where the prince lives, and the Schloss Gutenberg. Also, there are the ruins of the castles of Wildschloss, which is near Vaduz, and Oberberg and Unterberg castles. Now that you have heard more about Liechtenstein, the 6th smallest country in the world, so small that it was accidentally invaded when Swiss troops got lost in the fog, I hope that you would like to travel there someday. Thank you.
One or two questions?
No, I have not been there.
One more.
Aaron. Well, I've always thought the Alps were really amazing, and so I was exploring them on Google Earth, and I discovered Liechtenstein, and I just was fascinated with it, so I decided to do my speech on it.
For such a small country, they have had successful Winter Olympians in the past as well, because there's such great skiing there. Well done, Austin. Great job.
Okay, so I'm in Sioux School Junior, and I'd like to invite you all to go. It's on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and that's at 7 p.m. And on Sunday, it's at 2 p.m. at Center Stage.
Country Day School students, we have Seussical with McCartney in it, and then also this weekend with Annie, the Colorado Children's Theater is performing that. That's going to be at Center Stage, right? Or where is the performance?
CCT place.
Oh, okay, so it's at the CCT Theater, and that is going to have a Lakely, Jordan, and Mia Evans in it as well. So it is all about the theater here at Evergreen Country Day School. A lot of great options to go to some entertaining plays. So good luck to everybody with that. We have an announcement from Mr. Betts. Sorry.
That's all right.
All right. Yesterday, the elementary classes voted on field day theme. Today, middle school cast their votes. So, your choices for the field day theme were Disney, Country Western, Caribbean Beach Day, and Sci-Fi. And are you ready to hear the winner?
Yeah.
By a landslide, we will be having a Caribbean Beach Day.
For how you are going to dress for that day. That is great. I hope it is a warm day to go along with the season. We will see. Okay, folks, we have an announcement from Mrs. Goose. Book fair.
Book fair. Everyone knows the book fair is going on, and our theme is reaching new heights with reading. And we want the eagle to climb the mountain on the lovely bulletin board outside the library, but we can't start them until we get to 7,000 or 6,000 feet. And so for every 100 minutes that you guys read starting last Saturday through Friday, you put an animal on there. I need middle school to be involved too. If we reach our goal to climb Pikes Peak, which is 14,115 feet. So everybody come to the library, you can grab one of these, put your name on, and there will be prizes. I'm going to write down all the names of kids. So if you put 3 of these on the bulletin board, that means you read 300 minutes, and you'll be put in the drawing for $10 gift certificates that will be drawn on Friday. Keep participating in the Who Am I as well. There are Who Am I animals every day outside the library, and the little bucket is inside the library for you to put your guesses on, and there are prizes for those as well. And also a reminder to parents that we have our summer reading list there, and so we have all of our summer reading books. For it's third through 8th grade, and we also have some of the local high school books there as well. And then, as part of the book fair, on Friday at 2:30 to 3:30, we have local endurance athlete and writer Travis Macy coming to the school, and he wrote this book recently called The Ultra Mindset: An Endurance Champion's 8 Core Principles for Success in Business, Sports, and Life. And I just am going to read like a little blurb on the back, but he will be here from 2:30 to 3:30 to sign books and to talk to some of the middle school classes as well. Travis Macy summited glacial peaks in the French Alps, rappelled into vast limestone caves in China, and ran through parched deserts in Utah. Most famously, he won one of the country's marquee ultra-distance events, Leadman, a high-altitude series of super long-distance races culminating with a 100-mile mountain biking race and a 100-mile trail run. So he will be here at 2:30. Now, if you want a copy of his book and you're not able to come, just stop by the library and let us know, and we'll have him sign a copy for you. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Friday. Very good. All right, for you guys, there is a lot of reading to do, but I have 100% faith that this group can do it. Thank you, Mrs. Goose, for all your efforts with the book fair. Okay. A few of you may remember that several years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, we had a Destination Imagination team for a couple years, and they did a really great job. They did well in the Jefferson County finals, and they went on to the state finals, but we have a student here that's on a team that went to the States, and it is Emma Lynn. Where is Emma? Oh, there's Emma, and she was on a team, and the name of the team was the Pink Chicks. And they not only went to the States, but they won the States, and they are going to compete in the global finals in Tennessee. When is that? The 19th. Very good. Well, good luck in that, Emma, and that is a huge accomplishment. Great job. Other announcements. Let's see. That's all I have. Mrs. Randa, you can, Mrs. Kelman, you can take the kindergartners when you're ready. Everybody else, wait for your teacher and have a great day.